Bankruptcy can be a lifeline for folks in debt, but it does come with a price tag. The good news is that there are ways to minimize or even eliminate some of the costs. That's what we're covering in this video. I'm Ben, and I work for the nonprofit Upsolve. We've helped thousands of people file Chapter 7 bankruptcy without hiring a lawyer. This can save you thousands of dollars. To see if you're eligible to use our free filing tool, check out the link in the description below. So, there's no one answer to the question of how much it'll cost to file bankruptcy, but costs typically range from $400 to $3,000 or more. The total cost depends on your financial situation, the complexity of your case, the type of bankruptcy that you file, and if you choose to hire a bankruptcy attorney. That said, there are 4 major costs that you want to prepare for: a court filing fee, fees for 2 required bankruptcy courses, attorney fees, and, if applicable, any miscellaneous costs for your case. Let's look at each of these a little bit closer. First, there's the court filing fee. In 2024, it costs $338 to file Chapter 7 bankruptcy. You can apply to have the filing fee waived, but you'll have to prove that your income is below 150% of the federal poverty guidelines. If you don't qualify for a fee waiver, but you can't afford to pay the fee in full, you can apply to pay it in installments. If you do this, be sure to pay each installment on time so that you don't risk the court throwing your case out. Second, you want to account for fees for the 2 required bankruptcy courses. There's a credit counseling course that you're required to take sometime in the 6 months before you file your case. Then there's a second financial management course that you'll need to take after you file your case, but before you get your discharge from the court. Different providers charge different amounts for these courses, but they aren't allowed to cost any more than $50 each. Again, if you make less than 150% of the federal poverty guidelines, you can get the course fee waived. You'll need to apply for a fee waiver directly with the course provider in order to do that. Third, you'll want to decide whether or not you're going to hire a bankruptcy lawyer to help file your case, and that will determine whether or not you're going to pay attorney fees. Attorney fees are far and away the biggest expense in bankruptcy. Fees can range based on where you're located and how complicated your case is, but on average, you can expect to pay around $1,500 for a Chapter 7 attorney. You won't be able to discharge the attorney fee as part of the bankruptcy case, and you usually can't use a personal credit card to pay the fees either. Because of that, it can take some planning to figure out how to pay your attorney. If you have a complicated case, for example, you own a home or you have other expensive items, hiring a skilled bankruptcy attorney can be worth it. But if you have a simple case, you may be able to file on your own without bearing this large cost for an attorney. A great place to start is by taking Upsolve's free screener. We've helped thousands of people file Chapter 7 successfully without hiring a lawyer. Check out the link in the description to get started. All right, let's move on to the last thing to consider when filing, and that is the miscellaneous costs. This can include things like the cost of printing the bankruptcy forms and making copies of the required documents. There are 23 bankruptcy forms, many of which are multiple pages long, so printing costs can add up. If you don't have a printer at home, you can use a printing service or print your documents at a local library. Second, there's the cost of mailing your documents to the court or the bankruptcy trustee. You may be able to email your trustee, but most courts require filers to bring documents in person or to send them via email. If you send yours in the mail, it's a good idea to send them certified mail so that you get confirmation when the court receives them. Third, you may need to account for travel fees like gas for your car, public transportation fees, or ride-sharing costs. Again, you may need to travel to file your forms with the court or to meet with your trustee, although it is actually increasingly common to have 341 meetings with your trustee online. Okay, that's the overview of the types of fees and costs you can expect when you file Chapter 7 bankruptcy. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, remember that several of these fees can be waived, and you may be able to save a ton of money by filing your case yourself, or better yet, with the help of Upsolve's free filing tool. Thanks so much for watching.